Alright fellas, we've got to talk about Devin Haney. It's been months since that chaotic bout with Ryan Garcia, and yet Haney's still nowhere to be seen. He's lying low, lurking in the shadows, while the 140-pound division moves on without him. Fast. And honestly, that might not be the best move, because the landscape is changing rapidly. Every week that passes, his path back to a world title gets steeper, and sitting on the sidelines isn't going to magically fix that. So what's next for Haney? What realistic paths can he take after that disastrous fight, and could he actually work his way back to the level he once held? We all remember what happened in the Garcia fight. The controversy, the missed weight, the knockdowns, the overturned result. But let's be real. By the time the decision was reversed, the damage was already done. Haney's stock had taken a major hit. And unlike in MMA, where fighters can bounce back from a loss fairly quickly, boxing isn't as forgiving, especially for a guy like Haney, because that one fight didn't just expose some flaws, it exposed the key issue with Haney's game: size. Ryan Garcia was the biggest opponent Haney had ever faced. And even with Ryan coming in heavy, the two looked pretty evenly matched on fight night. And that's a problem, because Haney's dominance at lightweight came from two things: size and skill. Skill-wise, he's elite, no doubt, but at 135, he had a clear physical advantage. Opponents like Kambosos looked small next to him, and Haney would rehydrate to levels that were straight-up eye-opening. We're talking about alleged fight night weights of 165 pounds. For a 140-pound bout, that's 18% above the contracted limit, and way over what commissions like California allow, which is 15%. But somehow, the fight went ahead. That kind of weight jump says a lot. And now that he's fighting guys his own size, the advantage is gone. And it's showing. Even when he fought Lomachenko, one of the smaller lightweights, he got tagged clean all night. Lomachenko's shots clearly had an effect, so now you add in a weight class jump, and Haney suddenly looks a lot more human, and maybe that's why he hasn't rushed back. It seems like Team Haney is in a crossroads moment. Do they cherry-pick a comeback opponent? Do they cash out with a big-name fight? Or are they just trying to wait for the perfect opportunity? Because they didn't even bother defending their UBC title, skipping their mandatory altogether. Probably because the payday wasn't big enough. It seems like they're holding out, hoping for a massive money fight against a lesser threat. But the market might not be there. The harsh truth is, Haney isn't the draw they think he is. If he was, they'd be making real money even for those stay-busy fights. Now, even the lower half of the top 10 at 140 is dangerous. These are young, hungry punchers who are looking for a name to build off. So if Haney wants a soft touch, he'd have to dig deep. Maybe bring in a fringe guy, someone like Steve Claggett. But that's not going to get fans excited. So, what would get the fans talking? A big fight. And that's why all the rumors have circled around Teofimo Lopez. There was talk of it happening on a Riyadh season card, but it seems to have fallen through, with Haney's camp suggesting Teo ducked. That would have been a great matchup. The build-up, the styles, the rivalry, everything made sense. Right now, Teo's back training seems mentally stable for once, and honestly, he might be a bit too much for Haney to jump straight into after a long layoff. So if Haney stays at 140, I'd love to see him take on someone like Liam Parrow or Jack Catterall. Both guys are smart, smaller-framed fighters, still very capable, but winnable matchups if Haney's still got it. If he beats someone like that convincingly, it shows he's still a player in the division. But one thing I really don't want to see is a move up to 147. That division might be a bit thinner right now, but the size disadvantage will only get worse. Guys like Stanionis, Barrios, even someone like Big Karen Chukadjian, they're all threats. And a fight with Conor Benn? Sure, it would sell, but if Haney loses that, it could be career-ending. Of course, the wild card here is a Ryan Garcia rematch, and yeah, that might be the move. It's the one fight that would instantly get people talking, bring in money, and give Haney a shot at redemption. Beat Ryan cleanly, especially in dramatic fashion, and suddenly the whole narrative changes. That trilogy becomes real, and Haney's stock skyrockets again. But with Ryan suspended, unpredictable, and doing Ryan Garcia things, we don't know if or when that fight could happen. Maybe end of the year, maybe never. Either way, it wouldn't. Surprise me if both guys took a warm-up bout before running it back. At the end of the day, I just want to see Devin Haney back in the ring. The longer he waits, the harder the climb back becomes. He's got the skills, no doubt. But the confidence, the momentum, that's what's in question. So what do you think? Can Haney make a comeback? Who should he fight next? And how do you see it playing out? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button and subscribe to Knock On. It really helps the channel grow. Thanks for watching, fellas. I'll catch you in the next one.